The Syrian army and the Lebanese Hezbollah resistance movement took control of Syria's border region of Zabadani from the terrorists early Wednesday. The border city was purged of the terrorists after 2 months of intense clashes. Ara al-Sham and al-Nusra Front terrorists withdrew from the southern parts of Zabadani towards al-Mazaya region. At the same time, Syrian forces clashed with Jabhat al-Nusra terrorists in al-Karak al-Shaki in the northeastern countryside of the southern Daraa province. Both sides report that numerous enemies were killed. The clashes have also been going on in Daraa al-Balad neighborhood in the city of Daraa. The Syrian army has been trying to cut terrorist supply routes from the Jordanian side in the area to the east of Shaf town on the outskirts of al-Badia Desert in the southern Swida province. Local militia groups clashed with ISIS terrorists in the area around Muat Hill and Shaka town in the northwestern countryside of the province following the terrorist infiltration attempt from Tal Saad towards Muat Hill and Shaka town. The Syrian army has been continuing to fight ISIS in the farms of Al-Slabaid, the west of Al-Qaryatain, in the eastern countryside of the central Homs province. Also, clashes against ISIS were observed in Rahum village in eastern Homs and in Kisen village in the Al-Rastan area. The Ara al-Sham terrorist group conducted artillery fire and carried out offensive actions in the 2 towns of Fuwa and Kafraya. Meanwhile, the Syrian forces killed more than 14 terrorists of the Islam Army and Fajr al-Ummah in operations carried out in Al-Ghouta to the east of Damascus. The military leader of the Islamic Union for Anjad al-Sham in Al-Ghouta al-Shakir, Kazem Holloway, Abu Walid in Harasta, was killed there. The Syrian Air Force carried out airstrikes in Mohambal, Kafr Nubul, Sarakeb, Ta'um, Al-Tura, and Oram al-Yoz in the southern countryside of Idlib province. 10 civilians were killed and 25 were injured in a terrorist car bomb attack which took place on the outskirts of Latakia city on Wednesday. Sources at the province told that terrorists detonated a white van loaded with large amounts of explosive and which was parked in front of Imad Ali School at Al-Hammam Square on the outskirts of Latakia. Earlier, on Tuesday evening, the authorities managed to dismantle 2 car bombs that terrorists were trying to sneak into Latakia city and arrested members of the terrorist group responsible for rigging the 2 cars with explosives. 2 civilians were killed and 15 others were injured by rocket shells fired by terrorist organizations on residential areas in Damascus city on Wednesday. Islamic State fighters moved closer than ever to central Damascus. Street battles reportedly raged over the weekend in the Azali neighborhood of the capital southern Qadam district, killing at least 15 fighters as Islamic State militants seized at least 2 streets. The district had been relatively quiet since rebels and government forces reached a localized truce a year ago. Thus, despite the local success of Syrian armed forces, the situation remains critical.
A big hairy boss.